Good morning. Today is Monday, May 19th, 2025. It is 10:04 a.m., and I call this meeting of the Platte County Commission to order. Commissioner Burbrick, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first item on our agenda is the approval of the agenda.
I move approval of the agenda.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Our sound is not in the room, if that matters. Our sound is not in the room.
Mine's working.
Okay. It's not.
Microphone, let's try now.
Check. There it goes.
Test.
Okay,
All right, I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Vayner?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda is the consent calendar.
I move to approve the consent calendar.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Vayner?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, business action items, the first of which is 2025 RES 045 to be presented by Platte County Sheriff's Office Captain Jeffrey Shanks. Morning, Captain.
Good morning, Commissioners. Captain Shanks with the Sheriff's Office, 2025 RES 045. We're asking for approval to submit our annual application for the 2025-2026 Federal State Justice Assistance Grant application. This will be the 11th year that the MOWIN Task Force has been together. The Edward Byrne Justice Assistance Grant helps us with funding of a multi-county, multi-agency task force, and we're looking for approval to go ahead and submit this year's annual grant application to assist with funding.
I move approval of 2025-RES-045, the 2025-2026 Federal State Justice Assistance Grant application.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2025 CO 060.
Captain Jeffrey Shanks of the Sheriff's Office on 2025 CO 060. We're asking for an order approving the contract between the Platte County Sheriff and it's a professional services contract between James Kirkpatrick, a HIDA attorney. This is for the year of February of 25 to February of 2026 for the services serving an attorney for the HIDA through the for the AUSA's office. I'm sorry. The budget impact is $80,000, which was included in the 2025 budget. Contract has been reviewed for cause, and the funds do exist through the auditor's office.
I move to approve 2025-CO-060 for professional service agreement.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fricker?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Vayner?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next is 2025 CO 063.
Captain Jeffrey Shanks of the Sheriff's Office again. 2025 CO 063. We're looking for an approval on the agreement between the Platte County, Missouri and the Missouri Department of Public Safety. This is a subaward agreement on another grant. This is the local law enforcement block grant that we apply for every year. For this particular submission, we can apply for up to $9,999 to assist us with projects. The very specific scope, and for this year, we're looking to continue what we had as a body-worn camera program to help aid in transparency of our operations. We've provided body-worn cameras not only to our officers in the detention center, but we've expanded that out. Now our patrol officers wear the body cameras. This funding helps us continue that program and replace equipment as it becomes outdated or wears out. We were approved for $9,000 $895. And we will be doing a budget amendment to show those funds to put them in the proper line so we can purchase, I believe we're purchasing a docking station and 10 more body cameras.
I move approval of 2025-CO-063, a subaward agreement and articles of agreement for the block grant.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freier?
Yes.
Commissioner Herbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Next on the agenda, 2025 CO-067 to be presented by County Administrator Wes Minder. Morning, Wes.
Morning, Commissioners. Before you is a commission order to engage Graves Garrett Grime for legal advice on a pending issue that the county is undertaking.
I move to approve 2025-CO-067 for legal services agreement.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freier?
Yes.
Commissioner Herbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Wes. Next on the agenda, 2025 CO-058 to be presented by Convention and Visitors Bureau, Jennifer Goring.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jennifer Goring, CDB Director. Actually, I have two grants for you today. The first one is our marketing matching grant. It's our annual grant that we do through the Missouri Division of Tourism. We open it up to the Platte County communities. This year we have Riverside Chamber, Weston Chamber, and downtown Parkville Main Street. It's a 50-50 match, so we let the communities also take advantage of that 50-50 match. Our CDB budget impact would be $35,000, and the County Council and the auditor have reviewed and approved it, and we ask for your approval.
I move approval of 2025-CO-058, a grant award for the first grant award for $54,500.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freier?
Yes.
Commissioner Herbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next is 2025 CO-059.
Jennifer Goring again. This is a marketing platform development grant through Missouri Division of Tourism. It is for one-time projects, and this project is for our Go North KC. It's the creative strategy for Go North KC, which is an initiative for our Clay County World Cup partnership that we're undertaking. So this is capped at $10,000. We have a $10,000 grant. Our budget impact will be $20,800. We'll be working with the ad agency for the state, OBP, and they'll create a strategy for Go North KC. We'll have a website, we'll have a brand, we'll have a logo. And the goal is to get as many people here for World Cup as possible, stay at our hotels, spend money at our shops and our attractions and dining. And this is going to help us. We ask for your approval, and County Council and the auditor have reviewed and approved.
I move to approve 2025-CO-059 for the marketing platform development grant.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freier?
Yes.
Commissioner Herbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Jennifer. Next on the agenda, 2025 CO-064 to be presented by Parks and Recreations Director Daniel Erickson. Morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Commissioners. Daniel Erickson, on behalf of the Parks Department. With the Commission's permission, I'd like to present the items G and H together. They're
Okay.
connected.
You bet.
Item G is a bid award, and item H is the contract award between Platte County. I got the wrong thing here. Platte County and Advanced Asphalt Paving and Concrete, LLC. As you know, we own and maintain the two Platte County community centers, both north and south. All the concrete work is original from the construction. At this point, we're approximately 20 plus years old, and it's fared up pretty well, but it has not fared well in the last 6 months. It did not survive the winter. We've tried to patch it, especially in the walkways. If you've been there lately, you'll see a lot of potholing, and it needs to be addressed. So we went out to bid to do all the flat work along the front of all the old flat work along the front of both community centers. And it also contracted to do all the asphalt, redo both parking lots, stripes and everything. So when it's all said and done, it'll look brand new, at least on the front end. So much needed improvement, major safety improvement. We did go out, had 5 bidders bid on the project. This company, Advanced Asphalt Paving and Concrete LLC, were the lowest. We did do our due diligence and called some references. The references checked out. So the contract has been reviewed by the county attorney as being legal. The auditor has certified that the funds are available. This being a community center project, this is a substantial project. Total cost is $467,000 is entirely paid through the revenues generated by the memberships at the community center. So with that, staff recommends you approve item H, which is the bid award, and G, which is the contract award.
I move approval of item G, the bid award, 2025-CO-064 for the community center asphalt and concrete repairs.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. So there is no budget impact for the county out of general revenue. The source of funds for this contract is reserve accounts that are completely funded by the YMCA out of excess revenues.
That is true. Now, if we keep doing big projects like this, that won't be true in the future.
Yeah.
But we are blessed that our community centers, especially the one in Parkville, Platte City breaks even, Platte City, Parkville, so South Community Center does run at a profit. So between the two of them, we're able to reserve funds for projects like that, like this.
Okay.
But this is a major expenditure.
Any further comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frycker?
Yes.
Commissioner Herbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0.
I move to approve 2025-CO-065 for the contract award for community center asphalt and concrete repair.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frycker?
Yes.
Commissioner Herbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
That also carries 3-0. Next is 2025-CO-066.
Commissioners, this is a contract award between Platte County and the Playground Equipment Company of Compan Incorporated. As you know, the voters renewed the parks and stormwater tax at a 1/4 cent rate 5 years ago. And part of that, most of that money goes to the ongoing maintenance of our parks, but a portion of that money goes towards capital improvements, trails, improvement to their existing parks, and our partnership grants. This project falls squarely under the improvement of our existing parks bucket of funds. The Michael Gunn Park at Platte Meadows is a property we've owned for many, many years. As you know, we activated the park with phase 1 a couple of years ago, where we added a parking area and a mile loop trail. This is phase 2 of the park. And phase 1 was well received. People are using it. People enjoy the property. This is a nature-based park. This isn't the park where we're going to have ball fields and theaters and those type of things. It's the centerpiece of this park is nature, but we are adding some amenities on the front near the entrance of the park in this phase 2 project. Those amenities are additional parking, a bathroom, shelter house, and the playground. The intent of this playground is to be what we call a destination playground, where people would travel to the park because of the playground, not necessarily just a playground that happens to be at a park. So it is a big ticket item. It's going to be the centerpiece of the activity at this park. Centerpiece is the nature, but this will be a major amenity at the park. So with that, the contract, it is a cooperative purchasing contract through Omni Purchasing Contract. That contract has been reviewed by Rob Redman, our county engineer. The auditor is certified that the funds are available, again, through the new Parks and Stormwater Sales Tax. We did look at multiple options for playgrounds. I think we had 3 different vendors who submitted proposals. This one is we like the best because it's all wood-based. It's a very natural wood, which kind of goes into our nature theme of this park. We didn't want to put some plastic thing out there. So I think it'll be a great amenity to the park. We're excited about it. This cost, which is $1,114,000, includes the playground plus all the site work to install it. And then the site work is out to bid right now. There'll be the parking lot, shelter house, and bathroom. I'm available for any questions you may have, but staff recommends you approve Commission Order C-66.
I move approval of 2025-CO-066, the MOU Cooperative Purchase Agreement for the playground equipment at the Michael Gunn Park at Platte Meadows.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Was just curious
sorry?
about if there's any type of, I don't know, with like warranty. I mean, it's a huge purchase. So obviously, is there any kind of,
Yes.
whatever, installation warranties or breakage or?
There is. All this stuff has warranties. And that's a great question. Because we had that same kind of like, what do you mean, wood-based playground? It wasn't that rotten. We did go over in Leavenworth. There's a school that had installed this type of piece of equipment. We did go over and check it out. They had nothing but great things to say about it. Any piece of playground equipment has a lifespan of 20 to 30 years. This is no different. It's obviously built to last that long, and you can get replacement parts for it. So, and the question you didn't ask, which is about time frame,
Yes.
we're looking at hoping to have the install and all this done in late fall.
Okay.
Any further comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frederick?
Yes.
Commissioner Barbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Banther?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. Next is 2025-CO-066. I'm sorry,
8.
CO-068.
Morning, Commissioners. Wes Minder. Before you is a contract for final design services for the Brush Creek Trail from Route 45 north to Northwest 76th Street. This is a project the county recently obtained a federal grant of $1.3 million for. Kimberly Horn was previously retained by the county to do the preliminary layouts, which provided the estimates, which assisted with the grant. This contract for $180,000 will complete the final design, the legal descriptions, and all the necessary environmental and federal requirements that we would be required to do under MoDOT's local public administration policy. So with your request, we would do this as far as schedule. Federal processes and regulations are obviously evolving. They're not evolving fast enough, so we will still have some bureaucratic stuff to go through. We hope to have this ready for right-of-way acquisition next summer, and then it would go to construction in 2027.
I move to approve 2025-CO-068 for a professional services contract for Brush Creek Trail design.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frederick?
Yes.
Commissioner Barbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Banther?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wes. Next on the agenda, 2025 RES 044 to be presented by Planning and Zoning Director Daniel Erickson.
Good morning again. Resolution 44, this is a request to issue the 2025 stormwater grants. We had a call for projects, just like we did the Parks grant for stormwater projects. We ultimately received 11 project grant requests. The total amount of them being requested was $574,000. We submitted those 11 grants to our Stormwater Committee a couple weeks ago. Stormwater Committee reviewed all of those grants, and they are recommending to you that you award 8 of those 11. And the awards are to the Walnut Creek South Association for the North Creekview Drive Stormwater Pipe Replacement Project, Lake Wacomas Association for a project on the 300th block of North Shore Drive, Phase 2, the Neighborhood of Hawkesbury Home Association for basin repair. City of Parkville had 2 grant requests that are recommended for funding, one on Crooked Road, rock channel restoration, one on 59th Terrace drainage repairs, City of Platte Woods, Valley Road culvert replacement, City of Riverside, Riverview Boulevard improvements. So those are the ones that are recommended for approval. The ones that were not, one for Houston Lake, that one is, there's a bridge there that's deteriorating but it's not a stormwater project. It's nothing to do with flooding or water capacity, water flow issues. It's just a bridge. And actually, they talked a lot about how this bridge is intended to be used for a trail. So we've directed them to maybe apply for a parks grant next year. And the other one, the Northmore applied for 2 grants. It was ultimately the feeling of the board that those were a little premature, because the idea is these projects are supposed to be done in the year, and these are being done in conjunction with the MoDOT project on Wacomas, which is not even going at this moment. So basically, and they needed to get some design done. So their thought was that maybe in the future they could reapply when they're a little closer to being ready to do the project. And their projects were equal to the entire amount of the grant. So that's a problem. So this is the recommendation to you. If you approve it, then we'll send out grant contracts to the entities that applied that are recommended for approval, and then we'll come back and do grant awards and then get started on these important projects. These funds, as like the parks projects earlier, are funded entirely through the parks and stormwater retail sales tax.
I move approval of 2025-RES-044, the awarding of the Platte County Stormwater Grants for this year.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frederick?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Rea?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Daniel. Next on the agenda is a public hearing. Public hearing number 3 to amend section 304.130 RSMO traffic schedules 1, 2, and 3 for the ordinances of Platte County, 2025 RES 028. It is 10:26 a.m. and the public hearing is now open. Information on this topic will be presented by Public Works Director Bob Heim.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob
Morning.
Heim, Director of Public Works. Yes, this is hearing number 3. It is the final hearing that's required by state statute when we do amend our traffic ordinances. And it is specifically for schedules 1, 2, and 3, and respectively, that is anything regulating speed limits, stop intersections, and parking restrictions. In general, this was just an update. Nothing had been done for a number of years, so we've gone through, gotten with the road districts as well as in-house, and determined what needed to be added to the list of signage, get it updated and current. The purpose of the hearing is for anyone from the public or the commission to ask any questions about this. So at this time, I would turn it back to you to see if there are any comments.
Thank you. Are there any comments from the commission or the general public? Okay, seeing none. It is 10:27 a.m. and this public hearing is closed. So we'll take a motion on this resolution, or no? We vote on this?
Is the resolution?
I would go ahead and do an approval on this so that we've got documentation to show that we've done our 3rd hearing.
Okay,
And then we will have another item following down the list here that will actually put the ordinance in place.
got it. Okay.
So I move to approve 2025-RES-043, the 3rd public hearing for amendment of the traffic schedules.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Frederick?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Rea?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2025 RES 046.
Good morning, Commissioners. Wes Minder. Before you is a resolution asking, authorizing the application for a 2025 Safe Streets for All grant. We previously had applied last fall and did not receive. We had a couple of things that we are going to improve. And so the intent of this program, it's part of a long-term strategy to better position the county to secure federal transportation funds. But this will look at what's called the MARC federally functional classified arterials in the county that are in the unincorporated areas, projects such as interurban, a lot of the lettered routes, B, D, E, double E, N, K, Union Chapel, to look at these corridors to see which corridors have potential safety concerns that we could then target for implementation grants to improve roadway safety for all users in the county.
I move approval of 2025-RS-046 county support for the 2025 Safe Streets and Roads for All grant.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freighter?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Banaker?
Yes.
And that motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, 2025 CO061.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob Heim, Director of Public Works again. This item relates back to Res 043. This is the order adopting the additional regulations to control vehicular traffic upon the public roads in the unincorporated portion of Platte County.
I move to approve 2025-CO-061 for an order amending the traffic schedules 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freighter?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Banaker?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2025 CO062.
This next item, Commissioners, is the contract award for the asphalt portion of our 2025 road resurfacing project. We bid it out. There were 2 bids, and Tandem Paving was the low bidder on this project. We did award the bid to them. This will enter into a contract with Tandem for that purpose of getting the asphalt installed. Total contract amount is $1,415,399.90. The county councilor has approved the contract as to legality and form, and the county auditor has certified that the funds are available from the budget. With that, staff would recommend that the county enter into this contract with Tandem Paving.
I move approval of 2025-CO-062, the contract award for the 2025 road resurfacing asphalt portion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Freighter?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Banaker?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Bob. Next on the agenda, announcements from county office holders and staff. Seeing none,
Oh,
any?
we've got one.
Oh, here we have one.
I just want to, I'm going to mess up the date. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, at the 30th of May.
31st.
31st of May is the county household hazardous waste cleanup event.
Hmm.
It'll be held at Platte Ridge Park from 8 a.m. to noon. All citizens that are part of the program, which our participation means all unincorporated folks and anybody who lives in a city less than 100 or 500 population, Platte City, Parkville. I think everybody in the county is included at this point. But it's household hazardous waste, paint, stains, all that stuff that's in your garage.
Automotive coolant.
What's that?
Automotive coolant.
Automotive fluid, gas.
Been waiting for this?
They won't take computers. They don't take smoke alarms. Even though it has mercury inside of it, you can't bring things. But at 8 a.m. to noon, Platte Ridge Park, household hazardous waste collection event. I'll be there.
Thank you. Any additional comments from office holders and staff or the general public or the commission? Okay, seeing none.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Banaker?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. It is 10:33 a.m. and we are adjourned.